lights.
We're at the highest level capacity has been reached the fire level.
Yeah. That's what we got here. Two more. Two more. Wow. Woo!
Thank you guys for coming out today. This is yay!
Yay! How's the weather out there?
Bad. It was hot and bad.
If you guys didn't notice, there are some Neptune hair masks on your seats.
Yes.
We wanted to get a picture of everybody wearing them.
Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, this is... Oh, sorry. You're fine. That guy over there is what would oh, mine fit perfectly. I don't know about you. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
It's a beautiful gun, sir.
You guys are the best. There's a Neptune on a gun over there.
Oh, I got this. Oh, thank you.
Welcome. Presents an afternoon with localization. I'm David. I'm the marketing manager here.
I'm Xanda. I'm the community manager and PR assistant.
My name is Robbie. I'm the PR coordinator here at Media Factory International.
Yeah.
And I'd like applause for that. We are just going to be talking a little bit about localization. What does it mean?
How do you spell localization? Well,
how do you look at localization? And to help us out, we've got some very special guests from Idea Factory International. Joining us on stage are Nova, the translator and localization manager. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hi.
Hey.
Alright, so just to get things started a little bit, tell us a little bit about yourselves, how you kind of found yourselves in this localization world.
For me, I went to school for translation school, and I was looking for a job, and I happened to find a job in a publisher prior to this company, and I worked on the localization series that you guys probably all know. And after a few years, I hopped on to Idea Factory International.
What about you, Rain?
I studied creative writing at Washington State, and then I started here actually I started working on a Nova's game. I worked on a lot of zombies. So that was the first game I worked on, and then I moved up to be a proofreader for MakeU, and I was the editor for the Hakuoki Kyoto Wins and
Nice. So 2.5 years, and before that you kind of joined on as a tester with us, right? Yeah, and so you worked on Megatag Mention 1 plus Neptune versus Zombies.
Yeah, which was my first product at Idea Factory International, so we've been here since.
Fun fact, I also was a tester on that game too, so yeah. We started together.
Cool. So just to talk a little bit about localization and kind of the process of that, what is the, how do you guys manage to go about doing that in a broader sense?
So when we get a product from Japan, one of the first things I do is we get the files usually in Excel, sometimes in Notepad, but when we get it in Notepad, probably translating on a Notepad is probably the worst thing.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Usually when we get that, we do space, period, kanji, hiragana, anything you could think of. I kind of count them out using a formula, and yeah, it's very tedious, but I count every single one so we could kind of get a scope of how big the product is. Like for example, something like a hakuoki would be like 1 million characters or 1.5 million, versus if we have a product like the Neptunia series is a little bit lower, like 700,000 or 800,000 characters, that we kind of spent either 4 months, 6 months, or even like 8 to 10 months localizing. So we do have a little system where we have a tracker of how fast we do per day, and based on each individual speed, we calculate our schedule. We calculate from the release date or like the potential release date, and we work our way back and try to create a schedule according to that.
Yeah. So not only do we get scripts from the games, but Japan gives us all the assets, so we get all the art book stuff and all the soundtrack stuff, so we go over all of the text, all that stuff that you see in the game, Nova and I have a game attention. And so it kind of is not only looking at the characters and all that, but making sure that all the marketing things that come out with the packaging.
So things like you mentioned the LEs and stuff, and like there's more to text in a game than just the dialogue that you see, right? There's a bunch of
So
other.
one of the first things we do is probably doing the graphic text and like the user interface text. So anything you see, like the stage names and everything, monster names, we try to tackle that first so that the developers have time, should we need to have it localized, like or change the text, they can work on it well, because it takes a lot longer to, I guess, fix the art images. So we start with graphic text first, and then the scenario, and then system text probably at the end.
So graphic text is kind of like the background art that you see in the game, or do you guys ever get to mess around with that? Like sometimes it's just nonsense in the Japanese game, right? Like a store name will be.
Yeah, depending on the timing, sometimes developers are like, no, this isn't as important. Like if it's like maybe changing a color or something, but if it's something that is vital for you guys to know to play the game and clear the game, then usually they fix it for us. And,
yeah, so we, like for Hakuoki, for example, there's a lot of Japanese things, obviously, and then some of the graphics and some of the background images still set Japanese things. And so sometimes it's kind of like a creative decision, like, okay, aesthetically this looks cool, should we keep it in there, or should we, localize it and put the numbers to like flip through the slides and the galleries and things like that. So we take a lot of that into consideration.
And that's kind of the technical background stuff, but when it comes to actually speak into the microphone, when it comes to actually, when it comes to the dialogue and stuff, that I think one of the hardest things about localization is like exactly in its name, right? The idea of localization is not just a direct translation. So how do you guys go about doing that? How do you go about turning text that makes sense in Japan, like a pun or something?
it's a lot of research. I'm not gonna lie, puns are probably my worst nightmare.
I got one. Would you localize onigiri as like a burger?
Or a jelly donut.
Jelly
I mean, that one would probably be more for like everyone's laughter than like us to legitimately do that.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of every single line of dialogue is almost like this. You have to make sure you get the context, the meaning of the phrase, and the intent, and then also just making sure that the line reads well. Because sometimes those lines don't directly translate well from Japanese to English. So kind of find something to it. And sometimes it's kind of like trying to throw a jab at like a moving target, because all those things overlap. And it's definitely like a patient part.
So for you personally, when you're trying to localize a scene that has like all of those layers of meaning, how do you kind of go about doing that?
Well, okay, so to preface, the first thing that we do when we are looking at the script is we create a glossary of all the terms so we can see things that are like recurring concepts. And then we also do like a synopsis. So Nova, alongside translating, will often give me a whole synopsis of the plot so I can follow. Because sometimes, we only see the names and the lines of dialogue. So there's no exposition, there's no like, hey, here's exactly what you're doing. So what I do is I take all that information, I honestly send Nova a bunch of questions every single day, And then I go through and kind of like painstaking to look at every single line and make sure, okay, it's grammatically correct, but then also go on to say, is it musical? I think that's a big part. From my background, creative writing, I read a lot of poetry and things like that, so I'm all about kind of making things concise. And I think Japanese is kind of that's really too, where it's all about the economy and emotion.
Yeah, so from project to project, it's a little different. Some products we can have a build like the full game, which we could probably use to check the dialogue, but sometimes when we're trying to do a simultaneous release or it's still under development, we don't have the luxury of checking every single scene. So we do have to kind of use our creativity and kind of try to imagine what's going on to the best of its ability. So sometimes I would imagine it a certain way, and I'm like, I think this is what's going on, and then we see it in game during debug, and we're like, oh, wow, let's change the text. So that whole process is like, per project is a little different, and a challenge per project.
Right.
So.
In terms of Hakuoki, we're kind of lucky because obviously, these titles, and so we already have a pretty firm grasp of who the characters were, how the voice is, and I think that it's kind of, so I dove in totally new to Otome when I first discovered Hakuoki, and it was, so I went online and I was like, what is insane? So I found the whole Tumblr, oh my god, people are right? It's crazy.
How many Otome fans in here, by the way? Yay!
And so, okay, so background story. Xanda loaned me the PS3 version of Resistance to
He still has it.
Yeah. And she loaned it to me so I could get us a feel for what Hakuoki was. So I was like, heck yes, let's do it. Popped in the game, opened myself a bottle of wine, and I was like, wow, this is a really long cutscene, and no, it was the game. Yeah, this whole kind of learning experience for me, and visual novels are really interesting because there's so much text. I remember saying kind of all the characters. I think someone had told me halfway through that has more text than the Scarlet Letter, and I was like, oh my god. Challenge, I think, a title like that.
Also, there's a ton of, like, something with an Otome or, like, a lot of other games, there's all these branching storylines. So how do you, like, when you're looking at text, you're looking at just text. You don't really get too much context for that. So is that kind of tough to deal with all those branching storylines?
I think for Hakuoki, we were kind of lucky because we were provided a walkthrough for every single line, for every single group, and so I knew, okay, this is editing, this is good editing, and sometimes though, it's not marked or it wasn't marked, so I would be like, oh my god, this editing is so good, and it's editing. So, that can happen a lot, and I think throughout Hakuoki's process, there were times where I would be a month in one character, and I would see how many times he or she died. And I would fall in love, and then be sad, and then I do it all over again for another character. So that was kind of
We did that like, what, 12 times? Like, you get attached to someone, they die, and you're like, oh man, or sometimes you fall in love with them. We have like discussions every day, like, oh, how did I would take him home to mama.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much for Saito, he's like kind of cold or something, or Hijikata's too hard to ask or something. But so we have this gossiping session for staff. We have our best boys, everyone probably has the best boys.
Oh yeah, at the beginning of every game, I think we all submitted this for our best boys.
So when you guys are kind of working on a title, it sounds like there's a ton of, like you guys are constantly talking with each other about like what Nova think that the text is saying, and then trying to bring some context for a line of dialogue. Like, when you guys are communicating, is it just like an everyday thing, or?
For me, I kind of, as much as I do the synopsis, like Wayne said, I do leave a lot of notes on the Excel. Like, the best way to localize is for a translator to leave as much notes as possible on an Excel. Say, like, I think this is what's going on for this scene, I need you to be careful of this, or sometimes when I'm at that like 2 a.m. kind of crazy state, I start leaving my little 2 cents. I'm like, yeah, I think this person should go like away or something. Or be like, or if it's a pun, I always leave it with good luck to really. It's like, oh, that's your job. Good luck. And I I try to explain what the pun means, so then he could try to look for a similar pun.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times they just send a whole bunch of questions like, okay, so what do they mean by this kind of thing? Or what is the intent here? Or what is like the cultural significance by this? And I'm also looking, so when I look at the script, I have the Japanese script, so I have the Japanese text in one column, I have notes translation in another column, and then I have analysis. So I'm sort of like trying to triangulate all those things, make sure the line length is proper or correct, and then make sure that, I can screw up the line a little bit. So that's kind of the fun of it, obviously, but also the game like Loki is all done in Japanese, and when you get that wrong, people like. So it's kind of like a challenge of making sure you are giving the voice to that character, while also making sure that line is.
Is it kind of, because you have that background in creative writing, is it kind of tough to consolidate like that desire to be creative within the constraints of, like, you have this amount of text that you can translate, and especially with something like Hakuoki, which is pretty well known, like to the West, it has an established audience, there's expectations for who these characters are supposed to be, so is that kind of tough for you to?
Not tough, but it definitely is an exercise in strength. And like I said, we also have character limits and things like that, so how do I mix all those elements, but also make it, like I said, musical, just fun for them to read, because for a game like Hakuoki, you're looking at text all the time. You can binge Hakuoki, but definitely is. It's different from playing through and just like looking at a dialogue scene and then like playing through the game. Right? So it's just making sure that the pace is there.
So you guys keep on talking about Hakuoki. Are there any other titles that you have worked on?
Those are great questions, and oh man.
Oh, here we go.
I love it already.
Me too. Wow. That's the new IP.
I just finished working on Death End Request, which is coming out early 2019.
Who's excited for Death End Request?
So, for those of you that don't know Death End Request, can you tell us a little bit about it?
So Death End Request is about a programmer named Arta Mizunashi who discovers that his friend and co-worker is trapped inside the game that both of them have worked on. And so while Sheena is fighting to sort of escape this game from this prison, Arata is working to investigate kind of the mysteries in the real world that are, confining her in there. And so there's a lot of horror elements, there's some conspiracy elements, some cryptids, and a lot of big bosses, and a lot of summons, and a lot of cool things. So it's a JRPG.
Yeah, so what makes this game unique? Like I saw that like there was like shooting something and
This game is, the big motif is like a bug, right? So this is a game world that you're in and you're stuck in, there's a bunch of bugs in it. So the motif, a lot of the characters will have a signature buggy, like it's a little insect they have kind of like orbiting around them. And you are able, every character has a special like thing they could do. Like for example, if you have a spider, you're able to use a spider web to jump from point A to B. If you have a butterfly, then you're able to fly through to get from another place. And this game is, the art is by the artist from Corpse Party.
the story.
The story is Corpse Party, and the art is the guy from Mary Skelter. So it has a lot of horror elements to it. It's like a mixture of bugs and horror. And another unique thing about this game is that you're gonna have to be forced to jump from like the gameplay to also the real world, which is more of like a visual novel. So the fans will be playing an action game while also having to read a lot of text to unravel mysteries. And without reading a certain part of the mystery, you're not able to like progress within the dungeon. So I think that's a really unique take to this video game. I think that's what makes it unique, and a lot of morbid endings. So like you saw in the trailer, it's like pretty much 99% bad ending. So good luck.
So what was that genre installation?
So the genre installation, as Arata Mizunashi, he is a programmer, so he's able to like cheat on the game. So if you're, it's a system to kind of change the tide. If you're in a bind and you need that, like you need to get out of that battle, then you're able to sometimes have genres such as the fighting game genre. There's billiard.
Slots.
Slots.
Slots and there's a puzzle feature, yeah, so you can do...
And shooting. So you, like for example, if you install the shooting genre, you're able to use your, I believe SP, and you could shoot like little monsters with like a little gun, and you could point at it and shoot at them to kind of kill them faster.
So normally the gameplay is a turn-based RPG,
Yes.
but once you install the genre, then it changes up the battle
Yeah,
system
for
completely.
that.
So it can be even like a fighting game. I saw.
Yeah, and then if it becomes a fighting game, then you're kind of put into like you're facing each other, and you could.
Okay, so like the user interface changes with the genre installation.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
He likes it.
Which means you're gonna buy it, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
Yay.
I can only imagine how bad those endings would be.
Yeah, we voiced some of them, and like they are pretty bad. Like it's, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very brutal, and there's some scenes where I kind of watched and I wanted to cry. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
So, every decision that Arata makes influences how the endings progress. So basically, you're encouraged to explore and investigate mysteries in the real world because, let's say you don't explore a certain person or talk to a certain person or go through a certain way in the dungeon, all of a sudden, you're thrust into a bad ending in the game is maybe like less safe. And so there's a lot of those different things where you are just trying to make sure that you get the right go the first time. You might not get
So
it.
kind of like a butterfly effect thing. So okay.
Yeah.
There's butterflies in the game.
Oh my
What?
But yeah, speaking about voicing, we actually have a special guest here with us today.
Yes, we do, we have the voice actress for the lead, the lead character Sheena Ninomiya. We have Kaylee Mills here to join us.
Hi, Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's been a good weekend.
It's hot out there, huh?
So hot.
So you play Sheena. Tell us a little bit about how you kind of got into doing voice acting.
Well, the short version is, I know a lot of actors are like, oh, just start acting first. I actually originally got in because I was interested in anime. And I was really, really intrigued by like the opening music and stuff, and I did a lot of singing. So I got into like the YouTube community of doing cover songs, and a lot of those same people did like voice acting and stuff online for like their own fan projects and like original stuff. And then from there, eventually, I was able to take classes specific to voice acting. I did a little bit of theater, and then I moved here 2 years ago, and like the community here is really great. And I thought maybe since I was new, they'd be like, oh well, you know, you're new, so whatever. But everyone was like really, really friendly. So they really helped me grow, and I was able to work on awesome stuff like this.
Part of the localization process too is, you know, finding the right voice actor and for all of the characters. And in order to do that, you guys kind of have to parse through the text and figure out where a scene is going. So, like, tell us a little bit about like that process of going through the text.
So what you see here is probably is an example of how Rain and I do localization. So you're going to see the Japanese text, you're going to see the English translation, and what's kind of unique about this game is there's a lot of different sounds. So if you see in parentheses, it's a monologue, like an internal monologue of Arata. If you see a quotation mark, that's because Arata is in the real world communicating to Sheena in the game, it's going to sound like a transceiver. Or, what else? I think that's about it in terms of voice differences. And then I kind of try to like explain that to Rain, and then I think if you guys see that he should implement some Pepto, that's just me being bored. And then, so we do that, and then I hand it over to Rain, and he goes through. And so when he sees some of my notes, he's like, what do you mean by that, or whatnot.
Yeah, so this is exactly what we were talking about earlier, where this is kind of like my view of the script. And so I see the original Japanese, I see the length of the line, I see what the meaning is, and then sometimes I need some context, so I ask for those notes. And so you can kind of see just kind of the bare bones of how a line comes from Japanese and English.
And when we do voice recording, what we do is take away the translation and the notes, and what happens is there's going to be the English Rain's column, and to the right you give voice direction. So if you see a ... or something, it would be like it's a sigh, or it's a surprise, or you know, talk like a puppy, or whatnot. So we try to leave all like almost every line to kind of give directions.
Yeah. So for you guys today, we're going to do something, we're going to like recreate how we work in the voice studio. So we're going to have Kaylee go through some of the lines. We're going to listen to some of the original Japanese dialogue and her dialogue so she can get the voice reference. And then we're going to have Xanda voicing Arata for us, and we'll see kind of an unvoiced scene and see how that process works. So we're going to pretend we're in the studio. All right, Kaylee, I'm going to play back a Japanese voice line, and we're going to listen to it.
And then we're also going to play her voice. Like this is like maybe day 2 or 3 of recording, where we have already set the tone, and we have her listen to the Japanese, and then we also try to play back a few voices that she personally played in a few days prior, and then from there we have her watch.
They're wrapped so tight. What are they?
Woo!
Let's try to have each voice.
What the? They're wrapped so tight. What are they?
Right.
Whoa! This is an example
Wow.
So we're gonna have, okay, so as you can see, so here are some of the lines. This is the line from an unvoiced scene in the game, and so here's some of our notes. We sometimes leave notes for the voice actors, just so you know they can put them on someone or they can try out the flavor that we've chosen. So, Xander, are you ready? Is that time?
Yeah.
Can you like
Let's
explain to them
give some
what's going on?
context.
Yeah, what's going on in the
this-
scene first?
So, beginning of the game, she thinks that she's inside of, you know, her world. She has no idea that she's inside of a video game. She just has this programming. You know, like when you first start a game, you get your objective. Those are her memories. So she just thinks that, oh, I'm in a game, and all I got to do is go to this place in the sky. And Arthur reaches out to him and says, oh, what the? You're in the game, and she thinks that he's God. So this is the conversation that she has with God. As you can see, there's that little note with the asterisk that is static. So Xander, if you could just, you got it.
I got this. Sheena, I have a question for you, but don't stop walking. I'm going to ask you directly. Are you Sheena?
Oh, yes, I'm Sheena, the adventurer.
I know that. I'm asking about your real identity. You know, the girl behind the curtain.
Identity? The only girl here is me. God, you sure are strange.
Jeez, you're giving me a headache. If you aren't, then are you a hacker or something? Oh, besides, how the hell are you World to Odyssey servers up and running? I thought I shut them down.
We tried that line a little bit slower.
Got it. Besides, how the hell are the World Odyssey servers up and running? I thought I shut them down.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You sound a little bit more painful. It sounds weird. Why is God talking to you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Perfect.
No idea? Are you serious?
I've lost my memory. An entire year's worth of experience is gone.
Would it be a JRPG without amnesia?
Your memory? Is that true?
Yes, there's very little about myself that I remember, so I don't have all the answers that you want, that you seek.
Do your side for me.
Got it.
Oh, but there is one thing that I remember. I have a vision of myself, aiming to reach the mystical capital in the sky, Odyssia.
Let's do the Odyssey a little bit more dreamy, because this is something that you, as an adventurer, are trying to, you know, aspire to go to.
Oh, but there is one thing that I remember. I have a vision of myself, aiming to reach the mystical capital in the sky, Odyssia.
Perfect.
No, that memory has been fabricated. Nothing more than a programmed objective.
A programmed objective?
Sheena, what's your favorite food?
Uh-huh. Well, of course it's...
Steamed
Steamed
melon
melon.
pie.
We'll try that one more time, just for the camera. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Steamed melon pun. What? How did you know that?
I knew because of something I read in my world, where you actually exist. Your username. Sheena. Hey, you're Sheena, right? Where have you been for this entire year? Everyone's been looking all over for you.
Wait, what? Excuse me. You're cutting out. What did you say before Sheena?
Sheena.
You're breaking up still. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Anything to ask for me,
Have none of my messages gone through? Even in the backlog? Wait, is there a chance that the game is cutting me off? How is that possible? Then how about my name? It's...
No, it's not coming through.
My name doesn't work either? Who's behind this?
Nice.
Good job.
That's great.
Working on this game?
Well, how did you even get this position? Like, you know, like that. We never know. Like, we do the picking, but we don't know how it's actually sent to you guys. How did you come across the project?
So this project was done through a studio called Bang Zoom. They do a lot of anime and stuff as well. I've been working with them for a little bit over a year now. With this game, actually, they just kind of auto-cast people based on like references for voices they had before. So normally you'd audition, you get like sides, and then they give you maybe 3 or 4 lines in different contexts to try, and then they would pick from those lines. But I'm guessing they gave you guys some kind of voice reference so that you knew that I could sound like that. And then, so it was really cool for me though, because I just get an email and they're like, you were cast as this, and I look it up and I'm like, oh, that's the main character in this game, looks really cool. So then I try like to look up everything that I can for the game. Since the game's not out here yet, I can't really play it, so I tried to see if there were some playthroughs that I could see to see kind of what was going on, because there's a lot going on in this game. It's not simple. And even still, sometimes when I went in, like, they have to explain what was going on in that scene. Basically, it is similar looking to this when you're in there. And like if a new scene starts, even if like the character died one time, it doesn't necessarily let you know exactly when the scene starts. So it might be like, and then the next scene's like, hi, how are you? You have to make sure you know it's a completely different thing going on, because yeah, that'd be a little awkward.
What we often try to do is leave all the death scenes at the end, because if we start off, because the start off of this game is one of a bad ending, so she's like screaming her lungs out. And if you start with that, from the next day, like her cute voice will not be cute anymore. So like at the tail end of our recording is when we have her do a lot of the death scenes, and also the action call out of all the jumps and all that.
So the end of the shift is just her screaming into the microphone for like 10
So
minutes.
yeah, oftentimes, yeah. There's like 2-hour, 4-hour session of like, oh my god.
Thankfully, they let me have breaks to go make tea and stuff, so I don't die.
We're like, please bite an apple, you're starting to sound like a little snobby.
Wow. So Ray, Nova, so what was it like going into voice recording for the first time for you guys? Because you said that Hagoki, you guys, is all Japanese dub, so how was like the comparison between like going from that to this?
It was my first time doing voice recording after having done Hagoki, and it was so much fun. Probably the most fulfilling thing I've done so far. And just like being able to hear the words come to life, and you also find out really quickly what lines work in the studio and what lines don't. And so it's definitely kind of reframes how you think about writing, making sure that things are concise and.
And for Kaylee, you said that you did a lot of research watching Mary Skelter Death and Request videos. Did that inform the way you decided to try to do some of the voices? Did it change after having watched the videos?
I mean, I definitely took the original into consideration, the voice, but more than that, I wanted to understand her character a little better, because I feel like if you have the foundation of a character before you add the voice, it's a lot stronger than just like, oh, I'm doing a cute voice, but like, if you know why she's like, she does certain things, it changes a lot. And I speak a decent amount of Japanese, so I was able to understand enough to kind of know what was going on, which was nice.
I think we have a couple. Do we have more questions? Or we have a giveaway.
Yay, here we go. Here we go.
Hear the sounds, everything.
So since this title, the artist behind this title also worked on Mary Skelter, we have Mary Skelter limited edition.
Nightmare. Ooh.
Another one.
Ooh.
Another one.
Everyone got the tickets? Kaylee, would you like to draw some raffle tickets for us? Could you read the numbers out as Sheena would?
Yes.
But, like, angrily.
But angrily.
Angrily?
Yeah, pretend that, like, you are, like, at a bad ending, and then the only way to survive is to read those numbers. That's what it is.
3302.
3302. Yay!
That's right.
What's another one? Okay.
We could do it in an attack voice.
Oh, okay.
And every single number is.
Yes, so pretend every single number is an attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Different variations.
Strong attack,
Strong
weak
attack.
Whatever feels good to you.
Yeah.
3, 2, 9, 6.
Oh my God!
That's great.
3296.
Yes.
3296.
I would feel so bad if I messed that up. So mean.
No, you're fine.
So that you see her do it actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's not just doing it like this, she's actually like.
I got yelled at a lot at the dying scenes because I would actually like go down like this and then I wouldn't be on the microphone. Like that was great, but we can't.
They'll have all the actor actors always like yelling at her. Or like, it's like you dip down sometimes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't catch it.
Sorry, Kaylee, we actually have one more thing to give away.
So what kind of
Yeah,
voice
net
do we
plushie.
want?
How about wistfully?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
She got ready.
I'm feeling it.
3, 5, 9.
Congratulations.
Just drop the ticket. All right, 3359, you're good. Give another round of applause for Kaylee.
I do. My Twitter is at Kaylee Mills, which is KAYLIMILLS.
Awesome.
Woo.
And you can find her again in Death End Request, which is coming out early 2019 on PS4. So check it out, and thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys have a good rest of the show.
Oh, nice.
Stay hydrated.
Thank you. All right. This is the only panel for one day.